Day 7. We are here. This is going to be the movie collection. DVDs, Blu-rays, Steelbooks, all that jazz. You see, I got stacks on stacks of, it's all over the place. There's more here, some more up here. It's everywhere. This is going to be a long video, so I'm going to get into it. These are all the DVDs that I have that I plan on upgrading to Blu-ray in time. It's a slow process that I am currently doing, but some ones that I still have on DVD. The Mortal Kombat movies, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. 2 awful movies, but I love Mortal Kombat. And what's a collection without this one? The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Alrighty, one of my favorite Gerard Butler films, Law Abiding Citizen. Very underrated Christian Bale film with Freddie Rodriguez. This is called Harsh Times. Love me some Christian Bale. Just a raunchy, stupid comedy. This is Grandma's Boy. A classic. I know this is one of Ben's, this is a lot of people's favorites. And definitely going to be upgrading this to Blu-ray in time. American History X. And another one that I look forward to upgrading. This is Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. The sweet slipcover. One of the few good Channing Tatum movies, in my opinion. Fighting. Another classic. This is the 10-year anniversary edition of Reservoir Dogs. My favorite war movie ever, of all time. This is Black Hawk Down. I do have Saving Private Ryan. It's over there somewhere. I also have the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Jurassic Park trilogy. I got a bunch of other movies over there that I don't care about. My favorite one of the entire series... Bad hair day, good lord. My favorite one of the entire series, next Friday. Hey, Day-Day! Get off my lawn. Gran Torino. Probably the last good Adam Sandler movie, I could probably say. I love this movie. Little Nicky. Pineapple Express. Yes. It's a must. Another must. Half Baked. This movie not a lot of people know about, but it is probably hands down one of the funniest movies that I've ever seen. And it's just fucking hilarious. It is called College. Extremely funny. One of the best blind buys I've ever bought. Got that for like $1. Probably my favorite comedy of all time. This is Superbad. Love that movie. Another one of my favorite Gerard Butlers, 300. Haven't seen the second one yet. Haven't heard great things about it either. Another must-own, Raging Bull. And then, I'm going to show my inner dork. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All three. 1, 2, and 3. That's just me. Ninja Turtles. It's all me. And then probably one of my favorite movies ever. Ever. I just absolutely love this movie with everything. This is before he became Jax on Sons of Anarchy. Extremely young Charlie Hunnam in Green Street Hooligans. Hands down, one of my favorite movies ever. Alrighty, let's bust into some wrestling and UFC. I got WWE's Macho Man, or Macho Madness, the Randy Savage Ultimate Collection. Love me some Macho Man. This is WWE Satan's Prison. This is like the first, 8 Elimination Chamber matches, which I love the gory, brutal side of wrestling. Satan's Prison. And then my childhood. This is ECW's Bloodsport, the most violent matches. Definitely a must own if you are a wrestling fan. The Rise and Fall of WCW. Bang bang. And The Best of Monday Nitro, Volume 2. Let's go into some UFC. This. Alrighty. I have the entire first season of The Ultimate Fighter. I originally had, and then I got this one. I believe this is season 8, I think. The Ultimate Fighter, United States versus United Kingdom. Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson. I used to have the first 9 seasons, or 8 seasons. I think I had the first 8 seasons. And had to sell a bunch of them for money that I was lacking. Then I got Ultimate Knockouts 3. Ultimate Knockouts 8. Bang bang. And Ultimate Knockouts 9. Now on to the events. UFC 59, Andrei Arlovsky versus Tim Sylvia and Tito Ortiz versus Forrest Griffin. UFC 60, Matt Hughes versus Hoist Gracie. One of the classic fights in UFC history. And another one, UFC 63, Matt Hughes versus BJ Penn. I gotta flip these over. UFC 64, Franklin versus Silva and Shirk versus Florian. Both for belts. UFC 65, Hughes versus St. Pierre and Sylvia versus Jeff Munson. I'm not impressed by your performance. Hate GSP. My favorite pay-per-view of all time my favorite fight of all time, my favorite knockout of all time. This is UFC 69 Shootout. GSP versus Matt Serra for the welterweight championship, and you also have Diego Sanchez and Josh Koscheck. Definitely one of my favorite pay-per-views ever. This also had Roger Huerta versus Leonard Garcia, which I believe won Fight of the Year that year. And this was just such a badass pay-per-view. Already at 10 minutes, good lord. This is UFC 75. We got Rampage versus Henderson, Bisping versus Hamill, and Krokop versus Congo. And then UFC 76, Liddell versus Jardine, Shogun versus Griffin, and Sanchez versus the most boring fighter of all time, John Fitch. The UFC 79, St. Pierre versus Hughes, and Liddell versus Silva. I'm out of order. The one event that I went to in Columbus, Ohio, this is UFC number 82, Anderson Silva versus Dan Henderson. The lone event that ever came to Ohio, I think. And that was awesome. If you could ever make it to a UFC event, do it. The iconic pay-per-view, UFC 100. UFC 101, BJ Penn and Florian. And also that bullshit Silva and Griffin fight. And UFC 107, where BJ Penn absolutely destroyed Diego Sanchez's forehead with a head kick. And then I have the UFC Ultimate 100, Greatest Fights. It's like a 9-disc set or something. Alrighty. On to the Blurays. Ben's favorite show of all time. Walking Dead. Complete first season. And the season that they probably could have just not done at all because it was just a hot pile of garbage, and I hate this season, but I got it for like $10, so I took it. It's The Walking Dead Season 2. I need to get Season 3 and 4, but I only buy them when they're cheap. Probably my third favorite show of all time behind Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy. I have the entire Spartacus 4-season series. This is Blood and Sand with Andy Whitfield. And then shortly after that season, Andy Whitfield died. So then they did a prelude season with Dustin Clare and Gannicus. This is Gannicus right here. That was the prelude into leading to season 1. And then they hired Liam McIntyre to play Spartacus in Vengeance. She wasn't anywhere near as good as Andy Whitfield, but I thought he still did an admirable job. And then the final season, War of the Damned. Love me, Spartacus. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. On to the Blurays. That's one stack, and I got 4 of them. House of 1,000 Corpses. Must own. And then I have the Devil's Rejects. Very underrated film, if you ask me, with Robert De Niro and Edward Norton and Mila Jovovich. Stone. George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead. I believe this is also Romero. No, Zack Snyder. I'm a fucking idiot. This is the Dawn of the Dead unrated version. Absolutely love this movie when I was a teenager. I don't know why. And then I saw the original, and I was like, okay. Apparently the best Rambo yet. I don't know. Rambo. G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra. The second one is a steaming pile of dog shit with The Rock in it. This one, I guess, wasn't as great either, but I thought this one was way better than the second one. And then I got The Expendables. Another series that needs to die. The Conan the Barbarian remake with Jason Momoa, which I didn't think was all that bad, but sure wasn't great. I have some movies that are still in the wrapper, like this one, I need to watch, but I have so much shit on Netflix that I have to watch, I haven't gotten to it. Primal Fear, yes, that is $5. And another remake that I thought did a pretty good job was Evil Dead. Then I have the lenticular cover of Pacific Rim. Okay movie. My dude. I want to get the entire movie series of these dudes. And actually, I've never even opened this yet. I've seen this movie 100 times, yet it's still in the wrapper. But this is of Predators. And then I have Ninja Assassin. Very, very good Japanese or Chinese film, but awesome. Then I have, this is special, The Matrix Digibook. With it's exactly what it is. It's a book with shit in it about the movie. But Matrix Digibook. Sorry for the lighting, guys. I have a ton of movies here that I gotta show. Then I got Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions double disc. That's a pile of dog shit. I'm pretty sure this is one of Tom's favorite movies. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. This is Public Enemies. I think this film is extremely underrated. I love this movie when it came out. This is of Brooklyn's Finest. Big Richard Gere fan. I love Richard Gere. And then this movie is just for sheer entertainment. I know they suck, but they're awesome at the same time. Boondock Saints 2. Nowhere near as good as the first one. I have the first one over there. I forgot to grab it, but those movies aren't good, but the action makes them awesome. And then get into the Greek. Pet the Furry Wow! Alrighty. Let's go this side first. Right? Yeah. Okay, gotta do a flip, because I got these all out of order. Alrighty. J. Edgar. Very underrated Leonardo DiCaprio film. We have X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not that good, especially Deadpool. X-Men First Class. I hate Best Buy and their stupid stickers that leave their gunk all over it. Bugs the shit out of me. And then I got X-Men Days of Future Past. Still in the wrapper. Haven't even opened it yet. Have to watch it. Haven't seen it. Didn't see it in theaters or anything. So that'll be coming up. And then, in my opinion, the only good one of the three, The Hangover. Because I got it for cheap. Hangover 2. This movie is a must-own for any male college student. I absolutely love this movie, or any male in general. This is Beer Fest. Hilarious movie. One of my favorites, not one of my favorites. I like this film, but when they were depicting God, it was a strange. It was strange. But this is Immortals. I think I'm going to cut the video here and do part 2 in a little bit, because this is going to be a little bit. So, I'll be back.